Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the QQ9 and the PP9 BIZON and basically deciding which gun is better. Now, just before we get into the video, I'd appreciate it if you guys subscribed and liked the video because it took quite a lot of work to make. But yeah, basically just a quick overview of what we're going to be going over in this video. We're going to be taking a look at all the stats of both guns. For example, ADS speed, movement speed, time to kill, all that stuff that you need to know. I will be telling you guys in this video. And then after that, we're going to be getting to my personal likes and dislikes, be comparing stuff like iron sights, the feel of the gun, all that type of stuff. And finally, we're going to be taking a look at what I think is the better gun inside of Call of Duty Mobile. But just before we get into the video, make sure to go ahead and check out the pinned comment. Over there, I will be putting the link to the 20,000 subscriber montage and also the link to my Discord server. So make sure to go ahead and check that out. But yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop into the video. Alright, so the very first thing we're going to be taking a look at is the recoil of both of these guns. So, I'm not controlling the recoil at all here. As you can see, the QQ9 goes straight up, and at the very end, it goes just a little bit to the right. So, as you can see, going a little bit to the right. So, basically, what you want to do with this gun is pull down and also pull just a tiny bit to the left. So, if you do that, then you'll be able to easily control the recoil of this gun. Now, keep in mind, I have no attachments on. Okay, we'll have a look at the PP19 BIZON as well. And as you guys can see right now, I'm not controlling the recoil. It's just got zero recoil. It goes straight up. It's got 64 bullets, remember that. All these 64 bullets are being shot and it's barely moving. It's barely moving at all. So basically, this gun has no recoil at all. You know, with the base attachments, of course. And yeah, super easy to control. So while both of the guns' recoils are both super easy to control, the BIZON is just, you don't even need effort to control the recoil like at all. So in terms of recoil, I would say that the PP19 BIZON takes the trophy there. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be taking a look at is the ADS speed of both these guns. I just want to give credit to path.exe, who was a source for quite a few of these stats, so shout out to him. But yeah, the BIZON has an ADS speed of 233 milliseconds, while the QQ9 has an ADS speed of 216 milliseconds. So essentially what this means is that the QQ9's ADS speed, without any attachments of course, will be just a little bit faster than the PP19 BIZON. So at close range or, you know, at longer ranges, whatever, you're just going to be able to get an edge on your opponent just a little bit more with the QQ9, just simply because you can scope in just that little bit faster. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be taking a look at is movement speed. Now, this is a big part of both these guns because while some ARs may be able to match their time to kills, they won't be able to match the mobility of both of these SMGs, which is both, I can tell you right now, very good. So, the BIZON has a movement speed of 6.39 meters per second. So this movement speed is when you're not scoped in. This is when you're running around hip fire like I am right now on screen. And the QQ9 has a movement speed of 6.42 meters per second. So essentially when you're sprinting around, running around the map, the QQ9 is just going to be that little bit faster. However, I don't think it's really noticeable, so I wouldn't really say that the PP19 BIZON is bad, just because it has a slightly lower movement speed. Alright, so moving on to ADS movement speed with both these guns. Now, ADS movement speed is very important for both of these SMGs because you're able to strafe like crazy. Now, you'll notice with the QQ9 gameplay and the PP19 gameplay in this video, I'm strafing a lot. And this is what all the pros are doing because it is so hard to shoot someone who can strafe really fast. And also the loadouts that I have for both of these guns, I will show the loadouts later in the video, but the loadouts that I have will enable you to strafe as fast as possible. So make sure to stick around for that. But basically, ADS movement speed, the faster your ADS movement speed, the faster you can strafe, and the harder it is for your opponents to hit you. Now, the PP19 BIZON has an ADS movement speed of 3.9 meters per second. while the QQ9 has an ADS movement speed of 3.39 meters per second. So basically, you're going to be able to strafe faster with the PP19 BIZON, meaning that it's going to be harder for your opponents to hit you. So just keep that in mind. The QQ9 has a faster movement speed, but it has a slower ADS movement speed, while the BIZON has a slower movement speed, but a faster ADS movement speed. So it's kind of just like what you prefer. But honestly, I feel like both of their movement speeds and both of their ADS movement speeds are really, really good. So I wouldn't really worry too much about any of those. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be taking a look at is the magazine capacity of these guns. So just for base magazine capacity, so basically without any attachments, the QQ9 has 30 bullets, while the PP9 BIZON has 64 bullets. And also keep in mind that both of the rate of fire on both of these guns is quite fast. So you'll be burning through your QQ9 magazine much faster than your PP19 magazine. Now obviously the QQ9 issue with the magazine size can be solved by using the 45 extended mag, which most people do. So I would definitely recommend you to use that. And the PP19 BIZON will still retain that 64 magazine capacity when using the OTM magazine, which I also consider as essential to the gun. So the PP19 BIZON essentially just has just a little bit more of an edge on ammo, and this is going to allow you just to worry about reloading less. It's going to make you focus more on your game, focus more on how you're going to kill people, less than oh no, am I going to run out of ammo right then. So yeah, the obviously it also comes with pre-firing perks, so if you want to pre-fire more, then the PP19 is better for that as well. So overall, for magazine capacity, I definitely have to give it to the PP19 BIZON. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be taking a look at is the time to kill of both of these guns. So as you guys can see on screen right now, we have the QQ9. Now, I would consider time to kill to be the most important stat of all the guns. So any guns that I'm comparing, I consider time to kill as the most important stat. Now, as you guys can see on screen right now, the QQ9 up to 11 meters has a 220 millisecond time to kill, which is extremely, extremely good. Up to 16 meters, it has a 293 millisecond time to kill. Up to 27 meters, it has a 366 millisecond time to kill. And from 28 meters beyond, it's basically unusable with a 512 millisecond time to kill. Also keep in mind that it has an 820 RPM, which is basically the fire rate of the gun, how fast the bullets fire. Now, if we take a look at the large caliber range and time to kill for this gun, so obviously you're going to be wanting to use the large caliber because it's going to make your damage output so much better and much more consistent. So definitely use the large caliber ammo. But yeah, the time to kills will also be based off this for the video. So up to 14 meters, you've got a 277 millisecond time to kill. Up to 25 meters, you've got a 369 millisecond time to kill. And and over 26 meters, it's basically unusable with a 554 millisecond time to kill. Alright, so essentially, the QQ9 has a better time to kill than the PP19 BIZON at every single range. So the QQ9 theoretically will beat the PP19 BIZON at every single range. Alright, so out of the QQ9 and the PP19 BIZON, I prefer the PP19 BIZON iron sight much more. I think it's just a bit more simple, it's a bit more flat, and it's just easier to navigate with. However, the QQ9 has a lot of skins because it has been in the game for quite a while now. So if you've been playing the game for a while, you'll have a lot of QQ9 skins, or if you've bought the battle pass, that is. And yeah, you'll have heaps of different QQ9 iron sights that you can choose from. You can pick your favorite, blah blah blah, so on so on. However, for most people, I feel like the PP19 BIZON will be the better option in terms of iron sights. The feel of both of these guns is super great. Rocking in ranked, rocking in scrims, tourneys, anything like that. You see so many people rocking both of these guns, and that's just because they just feel amazing. They've got great stats as well to back it up. So both of these guns are super great. However, if I was to give it my personal opinion, I do believe that the QQ9 is the better gun. Now, the stats of the QQ9 and the BIZON in terms of movement speed are very similar, so they kind of cross each other out. But the ADS speed is better on the QQ9. the ranges and time to kill at those ranges is better on the QQ9. And yeah, that's kind of all you need to win gunfights. So basically, if you were put in a gunfight and you're using a QQ9 and the opponent was using PP19 BIZON, theoretically, you'd always come out on top with the QQ9. And that's just why I'm going to have to give it to the QQ9 in the end. Even though the PP19 BIZON has the better hindsight and it has, you know, more magazine ammo, I still have to give it to the QQ9. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But basically, QQ9 reigns supreme so far. It's probably going to get a nerf soon, but yeah, you can abuse the hell out of it for now. And yeah, I'm probably just going to roll the loadouts for the rest of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.
Lost Alpha.